Hey, what's going on? Angelisa here, and I am your host for Throttle Talk Tuesdays. Thank you so much for joining me today. Every second Tuesday, yes, we are dropping 2 days a month. Every second Tuesday, we are interviewing influential women athletes who are making an impact for other women in the snowmobile, dirt bike, and snowbike community. Woo! Tonight's live chat is brought to you by Munster. Have you tried their finger throttle yet? Because if you're wondering and you want to give it a try, I urge you to do so. The amount of handle grip when you lose the thumb throttle and switch over to the finger throttle, the amount of grip that you have on your handle, it's insane. Once I made the switch, I became more of an aggressive rider, and I was pregnant when I did it. So let's just say I was blown away. Okay? If you guys have any questions about Munster finger throttles, shoot me a message because I always love to share my experiences. Okay, so tonight, you guys, we are interviewing Brooke Astells. And I'm so sorry, Brooke, if I pronounced your last name. I am the queen of butchering names. But I am so excited because she is a woman who snowbikes. She is a badass. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to pop her up, and please give her a round of applause. Everyone join in, and I'm going to get up close and personal as I get her on here. Brooke, there you are, sending request. What is going on? Happy Tuesday. Hey!
Hi.
How are ya?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. How's your Tuesday going?
Oh, it's good. Went skiing today, did some house stuff, caught up on a bunch of things that don't get done when you're out riding all the time.
Absolutely. Oh, awesome. Awesome. How's your holidays since
It
we
was,
just went through it?
yeah, it was good. It was really busy. We did a lot of snow biking, a lot of skiing. And over that 2 week period, it was my birthday too, so we got out riding then. And then just hosted an AST1 course to top it all off. So it was
Whoa.
busy, but it was fun.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. So did you coach the ASD one or you instructed?
I wish. I'm not an instructor, but the place that I work, Inner Space, we host an annual AST1 course for sledders and snowbikers. So I kind of organize it all, get everybody settled, like set and registered in the course, and then I attend the field day and do all the companion rescue stuff, and it's a lot of fun. And it's
Yeah,
just a good refresher every year too to get out and relearn how to use everything and read terrain and dig the pits, and I love it.
absolutely. And I find that that's the perfect time too, because we're just getting into the season, I find. In during the Christmas break, we're out so much. It's a great refresher for sure.
For sure.
For sure. Okay, well, let's dive into it. Um, so can you tell us, so I'm just gonna get to where I am on my notes here. Have you been riding lots lately?
Yeah, I've got, I think, 14 days so far this season.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Whereabouts are you? So that everyone knows. Where do you ride and whereabouts are you?
I live in Vernon, so that's in the Okanagan in BC. We ride, there's a few good local riding areas. I actually live in Lumbee, so we've got a pretty good spot out past Lumbee. It's the Maple Lake Snowmobile Club. Or if you go towards Sicamous, there's some spots by Enderby or Sicamous, Revy. And then we have a little local like sled club right by our ski resort that's a bit more of a trail system. So depending on the day, like if it's my day off or I'm riding a bit more aggressive terrain, I'll go out past my house to Maple Lake. If I'm taking newbies or girls or teaching people, we might just go to Silver Star because it's a little bit less aggressive. Uh,
Gotcha.
Pretty good like cabin loop.
Yeah.
Or some of the girls I ride with live out towards Sicamous, so if it's their preference, I'll head out that way and do the Hunter's Range or Kingfisher area.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Lots of areas.
lots of areas. Yeah, super lucky, and the snow's been awesome.
Yes, yes, so much snow for you guys, hey?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
digging it's on Sunday. I was like, whoa, we've got a pretty good base going.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good to hear that I keep seeing posts where some people don't have snow yet.
Oh
So,
really?
so yeah, we're pretty lucky to have the snow.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's. give us the deets on your snow bike. Tell us exactly what it is and
Ah,
any modifications that you have done
oh,
on it.
there's so many things you can do to a snow bike. I'm pretty lucky where I work. I get to ride a couple different ones. So we've got a 250, a 350, a couple 450s. But my favorite one's the 350. So it's a Husky 350, and it's paired with a Timber Sled 129S model. So they made it this year. It's the first time they've done one that sits a little bit lower to the ground because I don't know if you've seen snow bikes before that they're pretty tall.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, what?
Yeah.
I'm 5 feet, so I there's no way. There's no way.
No, I know I'm 5'4", and even on the big ones, I'm like, like starting and stopping or getting out of the parking lot, like just don't tip over, just don't tip over. So Timbersled did it this year. They finally came out with one that is lower. It sits 3 inches lower than the other ones, and I love it. Like from start to finish, like on the trail, you have a lower center of gravity, so it's a lot easier. I feel like maneuvering it's a lot better. And then in the aggressive terrain, it just feels more nimble and responsive for me because it's kind of made for people our size.
Totally,
So
totally.
I'm stoked on it.
Did you do any other modifications or it just
Wait,
came? Yeah,
no,
okay.
there's a lot of things you have to do to a dirt bike to make it run properly for snow. Everybody has their own opinion on it, and there's a lot of different ways you can do it. But what we do at the shop is we kind of focus on the heat management system first. So we'll add a thermostat, an engine jacket, a skid plate to kind of enclose the motor to stop snow from hitting it and making it cold. We'll do we'll from the thermostat, we'll run lines to the bars and do coolant liquid heated bars, which is awesome because it keeps the fluid running through the bike. It also keeps your hands warm, which is sweet. And it's a good indication too if we're running down the trail or something. You can actually tell if your bike gets too hot because the worst thing you can do is overheat it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so all that helps with heat management and just to make it a bit more functional. So we add risers to it because we're sitting down most of the time on the snow. That said, we also add a comfier seat. So seat concept seats are the best thing ever.
I was gonna ask about the seats, okay?
Yeah, riding without it, sometimes we'll alternate. Like, oh, we only have one seat. Let's go get it. Let's take it off that bike and put it on this bike. Like, it's so worth it. So yeah, the seat makes a big difference. Snow pegs too. You get ones that C3 makes a really good set that don't ice up with snow. So they're cut out in the center, so you can actually get a bigger boot on it, and it's not going to ice up or clog up with snow. There's nothing worse than your foot slipping off if you're trying to do something while you're
Yeah,
riding.
that's so interesting. It's like, yeah, it's all those little details that I mean, I've never tried snowbiking. I want to. I know like it's gonna just change everything for me, and I'll probably need to buy a snow bike. Probably why I don't want to try it yet. But the pegs, I would not have thought that.
Oh, there's so many things like that. I mean, the list goes on. Another really important one is the air intake. So you can ruin a bike by getting moisture in through the air intake. So we do a snow mod for that. C3 does a good one, or you can get like a little pre-filter and put it on top of your airbox, like the foam, and cut little holes in it. So that helps too. Extended shifter tips help too, so you don't miss your shifting of gears with bigger boots on.
Right,
All
right.
that to the 350, and it performs like it feels like it was just made for me. So I absolutely love it.
Oh, that's so awesome. You
Mm,
must feel like just in heaven with that, right? Like it's just with a bike that actually fits you.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never felt that before. It always kind of felt like, okay, let's jump on this beastly bike and try to hang on. And
Yeah.
like, okay, with the 350, you keep your revs up, and it's like you're actually kind of riding the bike instead of just hanging on and
Gotcha.
hoping it goes where you want. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Awesome. Awesome. How long have you been snowbiking for?
This will be the third proper season. So I started when I started working at Innerspace. I had never even been on a dirt bike, and Chad said, "Hey, do you want to try it?" And I said, "Sure." So I jumped on the littlest bike he had at the time, and then kind of worked my way up to the big ones. And yeah, I just fell in love with it.
Oh, awesome. And you just started dirt biking as well as soon as you start working at, okay.
Yeah, so I started snow biking, and then I thought, I should probably buy a dirt bike and cross train in the summer for this sport. So
Absolutely. And would you say that they're very similar?
no, they're very different.
Okay.
if you're a good dirt biker, it crosses over to snow biking really nicely. Clutch control, like understanding how to use the throttle and everything like that helps. I think moving to snow biking, you can develop some bad habits for dirt. Like for instance, you only have one brake on a snow bike and it's what would be your front brake on a dirt bike. So going back from snow and on a dirt bike, I was grabbing the front brake constantly and like tossing myself. So I think yeah, there is some similarities, but they're very different sports.
Interesting. Cool. Um, so tell us a little bit about your snow bike gang.
Oh yeah. Working where I work, I get to ride with a lot of different people. I ride with Chad from Interspace a lot, especially for work. But on days off, I usually ride with Tamara or Braap, as you might know her.
Okay.
I love riding with her. It's sweet to ride with another girl. We kind of learn together how to load, unload, work together when we get stuck. We'll get one person doing a ski pull, one person on the throttle. Kind of understanding how each other rides, and I can kind of watch and be like, okay, I think she's kind of going to go that way, or I'm going to go this way. And she's probably one of my favorite people to ride with for sure.
Oh, that's so awesome. It's awesome to have a buddy like that for sure.
Oh yeah, I love it. And then since meeting her, the gang just keeps growing. Like we met another girl named Jess snow biking that we go with a lot. One of our sales reps from work started snow biking, so we go with her. And I've just noticed more and more girls getting into the sport. So any chance we get, we're like, yeah, let's go. Girls' Day, let's do it.
Totally. Let's get the girl gang out.
For sure. Boyfriend, he rides snow bikes too.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yes. And what is your favorite style of riding? Do you like trees, jumps and drops? Like, what's the style you like to do?
Well, being on a snow bike, I'd say trees.
Okay.
They do really well. Like anywhere your handlebars will fit, you kind of just pin it and go through, and it's awesome. I like finding natural features in the trees too, like little pillows and stuff like that. That's one of my favorite things.
Oh, nice.
It's sweet when you find a pillow and just kind of, okay, get somebody down below filming you, like, let's do it, and just send it. Sometimes it's a bit nerve-wracking. I've undercommitted before and like nose dive straight in, but other
Right.
times you just do it just right and ride out, and it feels awesome.
Oh, such a good feeling.
Oh yeah, that's probably my favorite. Pillows are probably my favorite.
Cool. Real cool. I'm like perma smile right now. Love talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, let's oh wait, no, yeah. Let's chat a little bit about off snow events. What do you do mentally and physically to prepare yourself to ride?
Mm, off snow. Well, dirt biking helps for sure. I'd love to say I have some sort of workout regime, but I don't really. Mostly just staying and living an active lifestyle. Like in the spring, I'll definitely dirt bike. And then in the summer, we're always out on the boat, wake surfing and that kind of stuff, and just kind of staying as active as I can. Just getting out in the mountains is really great. We actually rode last summer. We went to one of our favorite riding areas and we camped there and we took our dirt bikes out and rode the terrain that we usually ride on snow, but took our dirt bikes there. So that was pretty cool to go and see it all and kind of understand the terrain from a summer perspective and then going back in the winter. That was pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah.
And then in the winter, I'd say mentally and physically, I think just being prepared before a ride day is important. So I need to get sleep. I have to go to bed at like 10 o'clock or I'm toast for the next day. So,
Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
oh, yeah, cooked if I don't do that. And then just all my gear and everything like that prepped, and I've got spots for everything now, gear bags for everything now, and I just kind of know where everything goes. So the risk of forgetting something or not being prepared mentally can turn into not being physically prepared when you're out there. So I think just keeping that routine going throughout the winter really helps.
Absolutely. So do you find, I guess, yeah, that would be another question is you just mentioned you found the bags to put on your bike. Do you put bags on your bike or is everything mostly on you? Okay.
No, we definitely put bags on the bike. So Timbersled makes a couple options of tunnel bags. So you've got a fuel can because the tanks are different than on sleds. You got to fuel up more often on the snow bikes for sure.
Okay.
So sled makes the fuel can. So usually on the back of the bike we have that, and then behind it we've got a tunnel bag. Sometimes two of them, so I'll organize them differently. Like the littler one, I'll kind of put my boost pack just in case the battery starts to get too cold, first aid stuff, and tools. And then the other one, usually more first aid, spare gloves, that kind of stuff, spare goggles, water bottle, all in the tunnel bag. And then in the Abby bag, it's everything I'd need with me if I were separated from the machine.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Well, it's good that they found a system to fit all that stuff on the bike.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
they did
guess,
top of it.
yeah, like because with the track being long.
Some of them,
Yeah, right. Because I'm trying to visualize. Like I don't see one that often, but when I do, I'm trying to remember. Like I always remember seeing, yeah, the jerry can on the bike, but I
yeah.
don't remember seeing anything else on the bike.
There's some like some of them are kind of tucked right in front of the jerry can, and then the other ones are just kind of strapped on the back. Other brands cargo rack attached to it that you can put different bags on. And then Timber Sled makes a front number plate one too, so you can put stuff in front of your bike and
Ah,
that too.
whoa, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some challenges, struggles, and pains, because all sports come with its own unique challenges.
Yeah.
Which is one thing that you find you're challenging, that you're challenged with, or you're currently struggling with when it comes to snow biking?
Well, I think initially the struggle was finding independence in it and gaining confidence in it, especially not coming from a dirt biker background and just hopping onto these big, tall machines. It was intimidating at first, for sure. And when I first started, I didn't really have anything set up to be able to go and be independent in it. Like I've got a Tacoma short box truck, so the bikes wouldn't fit in the truck. So anytime I wanted to go, I had to rely on somebody else. I wasn't confident in loading or unloading or getting myself unstuck. So that was the struggles of the first year. And then just through going out and riding with Tamara helped a lot too, because we kind of learned how to do all that stuff as two girls, and we didn't have to wait and rely on anybody else to help us. So that helped a lot. That confidence kind of came, and now those things aren't struggles. I built a sled or a snow bike deck for my truck, and now I can haul them by myself. So that's not a struggle anymore. But now, as I'm spending more time actually in the backcountry and riding more and getting into more aggressive terrain, I think my biggest challenge, I hate to admit it, is navigation. I'm not a very good navigator. Without a GPS, I get so turned around. I'm like, okay, I would be a terrible lead. I'm a great tail guide, but I need to work on my leading skills for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. That's how I feel too. I get so turned around, like, yeah, you get lost back there for sure, pretty easily.
You find your track and you're like, okay, is this my new track or my old track? Or I kind of learned how to use the sun, but then if it's foggy, so now I'm learning how to use the GPS pretty well and kind of doing the same kind of loop and getting myself back to where we were. But yeah, I need to work on that for sure.
For sure. For sure. Let's chat future, Brooke. Do
Yeah.
you have any goals for this season?
I think build off the momentum of last season. It was such a good year getting girls into the sport last year and kind of getting out and riding more that we built a lot of momentum. So I'd like to keep working on that and keep getting girls out with us. This year's a bit different. We're not doing as many clinics or anything as you could imagine, but we're kind of focusing more one-on-one. So if you want to ride a snow bike, you've never tried it, we'll take you out, we'll put you on the little 250, like the lowered one, and work your way up the bikes kind of thing.
Nice.
I'd like to keep working on that and helping girls get into the sport and gaining confidence with it for sure. From a personal standpoint, I just want to find more pillows, do bigger ones, do them better, be able to find them in the trees and hit it and land and keep riding through the trees would be sweet.
Nice.
So that's definitely a personal goal. What else? I've been writing articles for Sledder Mag online.
Nice.
Really like doing that. And at first it was just kind of would you like to review a onesie, see how you like it, give us some feedback. And I did the first one and I was like, oh, I really like writing. And then it turned into, do you have any other content ideas? Turned into more gear reviews. So I'd like to expand on that a bit.
Nice.
Articles, I really like doing that.
Absolutely. Well, we'll need to chat because we have the Brat Babes Meg that came out.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I've seen it.
So
There's,
yeah, let's definitely chat after this about
yeah,
that.
it-
Because I'm always, yeah, it's one thing I put it together, but I'm always trying to find people to write stuff. So
I'd love to.
yeah. Cool. And where can we follow you as an athlete?
I've got, well, Instagram as we're on right now. I've got a Facebook page as well, Brooke Astells. Inner Space, we do a lot across like marketing, social media, that kind of stuff through Inner Space Water Sports. So they have an Instagram page as well, Inner Space Water Sports, and a Facebook page. And then Slutter Mag, I've got my own profile there, so all the stories. I've actually started a new series. It's called the Winter Wingmen. It's actually an idea Chad came up with at Inner Space, but he's like, you should write about this. And we're like, okay. So I pitched it to the editor at Slutter Mag, and he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And the whole idea is just kind of who professional athletes would choose as their winter wingman. So it's the people that are out there taking their pictures, helping them get unstuck, all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of focusing on their wingman as the spotlight, because usually the professional athlete is the one in the spotlight, but the wingmen don't get all the credit all the time.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, it's been super fun. The first one just came out. It's Gabrielle Hockley. I think you did one of these with her.
Yeah.
And she featured Isaac, and it was a lot of fun to write. So that will be the series. It'll be continuing all the way through April, and
That's awesome.
girls, but there'll be some guys in there too.
Cool. That's so awesome. What like a great article and just like a something different, like not the ones that you see in front of the cameras, the ones that are behind the scenes.
Yeah, to give them the credit.
Totally, totally. Oh, I love it. What a great idea. You mentioned about doing some clinics, but you have back down just doing like maybe one-on-ones. Are you booked up for the season?
No, we're not booked up for the season. No,
Okay.
It's pretty open because we can go really any day of the week through Inner Space, and we prefer it if it's a day me and Tamara can both go. Just because, like I kind of mentioned so many times before, it's great to be able to show girls how you can work with another female rider with snow bikes and how easy it is. So we just try to coordinate it that there's a slot with Inner Space and that Tamara can come.
Right. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Would you say you put a lot of pressure on yourself when it comes to like getting the shot for the photographer or for your sponsors?
Sometimes, for sure. It's always in the back of my mind, 100%. I feel like I kind of pick and choose the days, though. So if I'm going with new people or people that are what I would think a lot better than me at snow biking, I'm not necessarily going to focus on getting the shot. I'm going to be focusing on probably growing my skills and learning from them and that kind of stuff. But if it's a day where maybe I'm going out with Jason, my boyfriend, and he knows that I need to do something for an article or get something done, then I'm more comfortable saying, okay, do you mind sessioning this pillow with me for a little bit? Can you take some photos? Can you take a video? Tamara's really great with that too. We just had our AST1 course and she came along with us, and I was like, I need to do a review for this bag. Can you get me some photos? So we did companion rescue, and I actually deployed it, and she got some pictures of me being kind of in the snow with my airbag deployed. So I think it is important, and it's always in the back of my mind, but I kind of pick the days to get the content, and then the other days just focus on enjoying the ride and learning and progressing in the sport. So
Smart.
sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
use all the content.
Yeah.
There's so many days the GoPro just sits there and I'm like, I have to get all that content off.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to like separate those days for sure.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
helped.
Cool. I read that you filmed a commercial for Travel Alberta.
That was really cool.
Yeah, tell us about the experience.
So that was last January. Regan got asked to go film this commercial for Travel Alberta. So he just texted me and said, "Hey, are you available these dates? And do you want to go film a commercial with your timber sled and do it for Travel Alberta?" And I was like, "Yes. Let's check Chad though, because like I might have to work." And he's like, "No, I'm inviting Chad too. Like it'll be you and Chad from Inner Space and me, and we'll film the commercial." I was like, "Heck yeah, let's go." So we drove to Kananaskis and we filmed at Fortress Mountain Resort. It's an abandoned ski resort that they turned into a cat ski like operation. It's one of the coolest things I've ever done. So they put us up in a really beautiful hotel. We were up at 5 a.m. driving to the mountain before the sun rose. We were on our snowbikes on the top of the mountain peak as the sun's rising so they can get the shot. It was so cool. It was a lot of short ride, like long ride days, but short little rides. It was like, okay, I need you to kind of go around the tree or come at us at this angle or
Right.
go down the bridge of the mountain and the heli's going to chase you. That was pretty cool too because the heli has such power when its blades are above just whooping down on you.
For sure. Oh,
That was yeah, that was really cool.
cool. What a great experience. And
Yeah.
like you said, like just to even see the sunrise
Oh,
and like I'm sure the photographer was behind you or whatever, like but
yeah.
you were able to like capture that moment.
It was so cool. And that was 3 days of that. So it was
Whoa.
but then it was hard because it was, well, like any commercial is a bit of a secret. So we did it in January, but we couldn't talk about it or share anything or post anything until November.
Right, right. Great. That's a long time
Oh,
when
yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah.
Hey, this day and age, like January to November. Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Crazy. What would you whisper in the ear of young Brooke, who is first starting out as a snow biker?
Commit and go. Just go. Give it more throttle.
More throttle. Awesome. Any advice you'd like to give to women who are just getting into the sport?
I would say just like I kind of would say to myself, just go as many days as you can. Um, don't be intimidated by going with certain people. If they're offering to go with you, go get the seat time, get lots of riding in. Don't be afraid to ask for help, I think is important too. I remember when I was learning, I tip over the bike and I try to start pushing it up by myself, and I just get exhausted by the end of the day, or even halfway through the day, and all my energy was being exerted trying to lift this machine. Whereas if you kind of wait and let somebody come help you or teach you how to maneuver the bike to get it up properly, you're going to use less energy and be able to ride more. So I think just yeah, letting people help, accepting their help, going on as many rides as you can, and just enjoying yourself. I remember stressing out and being like, "Whoa, I'm gonna tip over again," or "The trail's so scary." But as soon as I got out of my own head and just took a breath and relaxed and remembered you're supposed to have fun out here, then it was a whole different game and a whole different day.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Awesome. Love it. A quote you live by.
Mm, that was hard for me. I had to post. I used to keep travel journals when I went to Southeast Asia and Australia. So I pulled this. This was from a few years ago.
So cool.
This one. Have you seen the movie Into the Wild?
Hmm.
I love that movie. It's my favorite one. So this is from that one. It says, "I've decided I'm going to live this life for some time to come. The freedom and simple beauty is just too good to pass up." Christopher McCandless.
Awesome.
Travel journal while I was in Australia.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I
So,
love it.
and it's relevant now.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Um, these are gonna be, this is something new.
Oh,
I thought I'd like throw some spice to this. 5 questions, and they're gonna be quick, one word.
oh,
It's one or the other.
okay.
Don't worry. It's just for fun. Monosuit or two-piece?
Monosuit all the way.
Denim or leggings?
Leggings.
Summer or winter?
Oh, winter.
Jumps or drops?
Drops.
Dirt bikes or snow bikes?
No way.
Woo! Ah, awesome. Thank you. I thought that was kind of fun.
I love that.
Yeah. I have a question from Enduro Chick, and she says, do you find that the track kit robs a lot of power? What minimum displacement do you recommend?
It definitely, yeah, it's a lot different than being on dirt. So on dirt, I ride at 250, and that's about as high as I would go. But on snow, it's a 350 or a 450 most of the time for our kind of terrain. I've ridden a 250 on snow, and it is enough for sure. You just have to ride it differently. So you're constantly wicking the throttle and feathering the clutch and kind of using that to get your momentum to get you up a hill that's a little bit steeper or a little bit powderier or a little bit deeper. I find I'm not cutting trail as much if I'm on the lower displacement bikes. 450s, you can literally just crack the throttle a little bit and it'll go. So there is a big difference dirt to snow, because I would probably never ride a 450 on dirt, but on snow it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So
Right.
at 50, and yes, it does take some of the power, but with the right kind of adjustments to your bike and proper control, it can work on a 250.
Crazy. All right, so I am going to open it up to the rest of you guys. If you guys have any questions for Brooke, now is your chance. I have KV thoughts on a Articat M8000. I personally haven't tried an Articat.
No, me neither.
Sorry, bud. Okay, let's keep going. What is going on? If you guys have any questions for Brooke, MX Guide, snow bike women rule. Woohoo!
Woohoo.
That girl, or that girl, go. She says, "Hey, Brooke, happy belated birthday."
Well, thank you.
uh, Sorry, I always have to do this. Get close up and personal.
Oh, that's okay.
Cody Kalizuk, I'm so sorry. I'm going to apologize. These Instagram handle. He says, Kingfisher the bomb.
Woohoo.
Sutter81, I have ridden with Corey the past couple seasons, and I think we borrowed your bike last season for a grind of mine. Was a sick day out.
Oh, yeah, we did. We definitely did give it to Corey for a few rides. It was fun.
MX Guide Snow says no snow, tears. Yes, I have heard in some areas there's no snow. What the
Aw,
heck? It's January.
no, we're so lucky here.
I know, yeah. Dan Ikeserafin?
Danica!
Okay. I am the worst. I swear to God. God, so cool, so proud of you.
Aw, thanks, me.
Cody, woo, sending it, Brooke.
Thanks.
Heck.
Cody was there the first jump I tried to do. It was so funny. We're up Silver Star and we're like, yeah, let's build a jump. Let's do it. First season out. So he's there building the jump, and two of our other friends are helping like pack it all in and doing it a few times to show me how it's done. But yeah, I remember that day. I don't think I sent it that big, but at least tried.
Hey, that's all that matters. At least you tried.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm sure you did go big. Cody says, sweet interview, girls. And that is all that we have.
Well, there we go.
There we go. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Brooke. I really appreciate it. I know it's Tuesday. Such an odd day of the week to do these. But it's just nice to throw a wrench in the week.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. You're killing it. And I absolutely love watching you ride. I love your photos. I love following you as an athlete. You are, creating a huge impact for women. And so many women are influenced by you. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You too.
Thanks. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, because we're going to be doing the Throttle Talk Tuesdays every second Tuesday. Have a beautiful night. We'll see you guys again 2 weeks. We'll talk to you later, Brooke.
See you later.
Okay. Bye.